Plaintiff Sarah Johnson and her sister Sharon White say Sarah dated the defendant, but their relationship went downhill after he let his female friend, who was a stripper, move in with him. Sarah's suing her ex-boyfriend today for breach of contract. Defendant John Medley says he found Sarah funny when they first started dating, but he soon discovered she was a belligerent drunk. John's countersuing Sarah for harassment.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
All right, start with you, ma'am.
Well, John and I met in a bar. We had drinks.
When?
And back in 2018.
Okay.
We had drinks. We seemed to get along. We exchanged numbers. We text back and forth. We went out and started what I thought was a relationship. We seemed to get along great. All was good. And as things went on, things started looking like, John was all about him. Quite a few times he's got a friend that he says is his friend that helped him out when he had cancer, and she's an alcoholic. She's pole dancer, stripper. Well, she has no place to go because she can't hold down a job, so he let her stay there. She's only going to be here a few days.
You all weren't living together?
No, I have my own house.
Okay.
She stayed there. She got a job.
How long?
Not very long the first time. Got a job, got back on her own, got an apartment. Well, that didn't last because she'd rather drink than go to work. So anyway, this goes on off and on and off. Yeah, well, hey, I would too, but I need a roof over my head, and I got to pay my bills.
I want to drink, smoke cigarettes, sit back, watch cartoons.
There you go. You nailed it.
I play video games. I do too. You know what to do.
Yeah.
You know how to live.
And I get
I had somebody I had to support for many, many years, and that's what they did. And when I got mad one time, I thought about it. What am I mad about? I love that life too.
Yeah.
I'd like to sit around in somebody's basement, drink, smoke, watch cartoons, and old sitcom.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But, and he'd even, it's like, she got to go. I can't handle this. Not her here all the time. Well, he threw her out a couple times. And, the one time he changed all the door locks, she's out for good, yada, yada. Well, hey, she climbed through the window.
You hear what she said?
Yeah.
Yada, yada. I've been trying to get that down. That's with the young folk. Whoop-de-whoop.
Yeah.
Yada, yada.
You got it.
I don't think that yada yada is fine. That's the old one. Yeah, you gotta come up style.
Oh, man.
Whoop.
Well, I am kind of old school.
Yada. Huh?
I am kind of old school.
I'll keep interrupting. I'm sorry, but that's what I do. When I see it time to have a little fun, I do it. So let's get back on course.
It got to the point I couldn't handle it anymore. Everything was about John. If I wanted to talk to John, or if I text him, he'd text me back. If I call him, he might answer the phone, he might not. But there was no attention to me anymore. There was no just me and him time.
And when you'd ask about that, did you mention that as an issue in the relationship?
In a sense, yeah. If she's there, I'm not coming over. Now, that's pretty plain and blunt.
There's no question about it.
You go, well, she's here. Well, bye.
All right, let me hear from you, sir.
Well, like she said, we had met back in 2018. We had met at a bar, like she said. She's funny. I found her funny, quirky. We had a few drinks. Like she said, we did start dating and such. That was great. But even when we were starting to date and such, she had a propensity to where she would drink too, and then when she drank, she would get to the point to where she was belligerent and such, just as she was saying my friend was.
All right, so you had to choose between the one that would get drunk and argue versus the one that would get drunk and naked.
Yeah.
Well,
how can you blame me, man? You were getting belligerent. The other one was stripping when she got.
I think it was more just both. The whole thing of just in my family, alcoholism's been in my family, and he gets old. It's like going, I don't I don't want this. And that was the same with my friend who did help me out when I went through my cancer. And it was just like the same. It's like, what am I doing? I'm keeping dating people that have the same problem. And I need to change the problem. And so as far as wanting to continue the relationship, I wasn't interested in it because I already knew where the story ended. And so it worked out that where we just stopped seeing each other.
Where did the other woman?
Huh?
Where's that other woman?
Oh, she's back with her boyfriend.
He still has a pole at the house, though.
What you do with the pole?
Never had a pole.
What's the lawsuit? $5,000. How does he owe you?
Well, he actually, that's left of what he's owed me. Lots of charges were put on my credit cards to repair his truck, to get his truck back that was repoed, and other charges. I mean, some are for
You have
power
a
bills
list,
and
maybe?
stuff, but many
5,000.
many
you
things.
haven't-
Well, he was paying me like he was supposed to, and then all of a sudden in June and July of 2021, no more money. And when you tried to get money from him to make his payment, it was like
Hey, you
pulling
loan
teeth.
this man $13,000, $14,000.
Everything.
Page 1 and 2.
I'm
should
looking
pretty
at it,
much tell
page
you.
2. It says at the bottom, you loaned the man $13,000.
Yes, sir.
For what?
Why?
To get his truck was repossessed. That was over
He'd
$4,000.
be on the bus. What else?
Tires were over $800.
Well, you don't need that either
There
on the
was-
bus.
Well,
Because you thought you had a
I
relationship.
thought I had a relationship and a man that stood behind his word.
She would drink too, and then when she drank, she would get to the point to where she was belligerent and such, just as she was saying my friend was.
All right, so you had to choose between the one that would get drunk and argue versus the one that would get drunk and naked.
Yeah.
How can you blame me, man?
Defendant John Medley dated the plaintiff, who claims after they broke up, she and her sister harassed him.
How long had you all been together when you loaned him that amount?
Probably 2, maybe 3 years.
Okay. All right.
I mean, we talked
And-
about buying a house, so, hey, you kind of think there's something going on there.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
all
if it's
along, it was like,
anticipation.
no, you have to repay this money. I'm a school bus driver. I don't have this kind of money. I have credit.
You are
and
a
it
bus
does-
driver.
Yes,
Making a
ma'am.
payment.
I'm a special
Oh, he'd
needs
have been
school bus
riding with
driver.
me.
School bus, you're on.
All right. That's a lot of money still. And what was the payment agreement, ma'am?
The promissory note states $300 every check payment, which is our every payday, which is
Every 2
the
weeks.
15th and the 30th every 2 weeks. He works for the state. Before we even came up with the promissory note, he was supposed to be getting a back pay check, which would cover everything, so there was nothing for me to worry about. It would pay all the bills off.
When would it have been paid in total if he had stuck to the
In
agreement?
total,
When would it have been
13,946.
paid?
When
if
would
he
it all
stuck
have been
to
paid?
his agreement?
Probably by the end of I'm Sarah's sister.
Yes.
I'm sure it would have been paid by the.
Sister,
he wasn't
show
guaranteed.
is sharp today.
Thank you. By the end of 2018, it probably all would have been paid back.
If he,
If he indeed would have gotten his back paycheck, which he didn't, and if he'd have been paying the $600 monthly as he was agreed to,
Right.
it would have been paid off probably 2 years.
Sometimes it was
ago.
200, sometimes I only have
years
100.
ago.
Well, it probably would have been paid off by the beginning of 2020.
got it. Sir, what do you say to this?
Okay, well, that's where the crux of where this problem is. She says that I owe that amount. I couldn't verify what the amount was, but you know what? From what was going on between us, I agreed and I signed that promissory note for the $13,046, whatever it was. From there, I have paid her monthly. I paid her $600 monthly each month.
That's a lie, Your Honor.
I'll catch him up.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I paid them. Now, my mistake was not paying them in cash. I agree with that. Okay, so I have been paying that, and I kept asking, I need to know, as I'm paying, is this amount decreasing? I was never given an itemized. She said she put
Yes,
it on
he
the
was.
credit cards, so I don't know if she is adding new to it. This bill keeps fluctuating. I didn't know. So finally, back in February, I said, I need to know what the amount is.
February of 21.
Yeah, late January, early February. I said, I need to know.
You were still paying.
Yeah, I was still paying. And
$600 a month.
$600 a month, and I wanted to know what is the balance. And at that time, I was told $5,900. So from there, this is in February. So I paid the $600 in February, March, April, May, and then that's when more and more of the harassment of text messages.
Why? You were paying.
I was paying the whole time.
Harassment about what?
Because they wanted it on this day, they wanted that day. They wanted to pin me down. I'm going to pay you. I just can't pay you.
Oh, the agreement doesn't say when?
No, it just says
Doesn't
$600
say
a month.
what part of the month? Because thought I heard twice a month and specific dates of the month. No?
No, it was $600 a month.
That's $600 a month. Okay. And you all paid up until when?
Until the final one was, I think I have it here in my things.
June of 2021.
In June of 2021, it just got to the point to where it was just nonstop.
I got you. But it was June 21 was the last time.
I think it was June the last time, and I was
Okay,
down.
she was asking for her money.
I was asking for my money back.
Right, and so I had figured
So is that what you do when the light company sends you a notice, and if they make a mistake, they send you another notice? Or if they just say, we're going to start sending 3 notices a month to people. You say, light bill, that's too many notices. You keep asking me, shouldn't get but 1 a month. I ain't paying.
No, sir.
How do you think that'll work out?
Okay, sir, why I stopped paying was the constant harassment,
Right.
before Sarah.
Asking for her money.
No, sir.
Yes.
It was about our relationship. It was about money. It was about her dog. It was about what was going on in her life, and it was nonstop. And it all came back.
What made you stop paying? Because you could have just put it in the mail and she would have the money, but you say she would have kept messing with you about the dog.
What made me stop paying?
You told me already,
Yeah.
the dog.
No, okay. What made me stop?
That wasn't part of it? You say she called about a dog. Then you say that was part of it?
What made me stop?
I heard you, sir.
Yeah.
I'm asking you. Did you say dog was one of the reasons?
Yes.
All right. So what you doing all that for?
Yeah, I guess so. Yes.
All right. Because you coming across like a lion one.
I signed that promissory note for the $13,046, whatever it was. From there, I have paid her monthly. I paid her $600 monthly each month.
That's a lie, Your Honor.
I'll catch him up.
Okay.
Defendant John Medley dated the plaintiff, who claims after they broke up, she and her sister harassed him.
And what's your counterclaim for harassment?
Okay, my counterclaim is during this whole time, she has been with the messages, mostly from when I blocked Sarah back in February.
Okay, let's see evidence.
We have, like, first here on page 1, these are just some of the messages I was getting from sisters back in
not
March.
sure what happened, but you didn't show up with the money. That was the message, sir. Take a hike. Your claim is dismissed, yours is granted. You try to make a fool out of me and this woman. You can't make a fool out of both of us. Pick which one. And you picked the wrong one today, me. Have a good
Thank you,
day.
Your Honor. Thank you so much. Well, John, what we had was great for a while. Congratulations on your job, and I hope you have a very happy life.
I hope everything works out for you, and you are a quirky and sweetheart, and don't worry about it. We'll be all right.
All right.
Thank you. You have a great life, too.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Plaintiff LaTanya Jones says the defendant is her sister, and she's a heroin addict whose life has spiraled out of control. LaTanya is suing her sister because she claims she stole her purse. Defendant Kelly Jones admits that she became addicted to heroin at the age of 21, but she says LaTanya has been mean to her entire life. Kelly claims anytime something comes up missing, LaTanya accuses her of stealing, and she denies owing her for the purse today.
We start with you.
Yes, Your Honor, this is Kelly. This is my sister. Kelly is on drugs. She's addicted to drugs. I found out exactly when I was at the age of 26, and I saw her put something up her nose. When I saw that, time went by, I noticed Kelly started to spiral out of control.
Well, what up her nose?
Heroin, Your Honor.
Oh.
Heroin. And over the years, she just spiraled out of control. I tried to help her as I tried to
How
help
old
her.
was she when she started using drugs?
The first time I saw her, she was like 23.
Okay. And
Yes, sir.
What type of drugs? Heroin
Last-
then?
No, sir, I do not know what she started with. I know what I saw her do. Mm-hmm. But anyway,
How do you know it was heroin she was snorting?
Eventually-
Started nodding out?
eventually, the guy that she was with, I knew for a fact that he was addicted to heroin. So she took it out of his hand, or he handed it to her.
How do you know?
Because I saw.
You saw her hand it to him and you saw
No,
her
I
nod
saw
out?
him hand it to her.
That's what I meant. And
Yes, sir.
You saw her nod out?
I didn't pay that no attention.
Okay, maybe he was handing her coke. Maybe he used heroin and she used crack.
But I do know for a fact she was like, no, my sister right there. And she was like, oh, it's okay, it's okay.
Okay, let me hear from you, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor. At the age of 21, I was addicted to heroin. I need help, Judge Mathis. I really need help. And this is my sister. She's been very mean to me her whole life. She put me out of her house.
How old were you then?
I was about 22 to 23
Were you
when I
using
was.
heroin?
Yes, sir.
I would have put you out too. What else?
I was just. She was just very mean to me her whole life. Everything that came up missing, she's accused me of stealing everything.
Starting at what
every
age?
time something came up
Starting
missing.
at what age?
At the age of, in my 20s. In my 20s.
You were a drug addict.
Yes, sir.
You were a heroin addict.
Yes, sir.
And if you come over and you leave out and things are missing, that's typically what a drug addict does. It comes to their family and they rip their family off.
I wasn't the only one there.
I'm just telling you why she thinks that, ma'am. I'm just telling you why she has a right to think that. You're an admitted heroin addict since age 21. And you're acting like she's done you wrong because she's concerned about things that come up missing when her heroin addicted sister comes over. You can get mad with her all you want. She has a right, and everybody has a right when you come over. They should nail their stuff down.
I wasn't the only one there, Your Honor.
Whatever. I'm just telling you why she has a right to think that. And you're mad with her because she won't allow you to do it to her. Good for you. I just get mad because this one won't let you come over there and then her stuff is missing. She's suing about that. Is this about something missing?
It's so much, Your Honor, so much. And right now, I'm at a point that I'm just totally.
Right. How many times you been to rehab, ma'am?
Once. But it's always...
No, listen to me. I'm not letting you do that. You're not doing that with me. No dope fiend con game here. And no get mad with me, or if you do, I don't care. Get mad as you want. Like you're mad with her, I don't have to see you again. And she's still mad with you, and she got to see you again. So let's get back to what I was asking you.
And this is my sister. She's been very mean to me her whole life. She put me out of her house.
How old were you then?
I was about 22 to 23 when I was.
Heroin?
Yes, sir.
I would have put you out too. What else?
Defendant Kelly Jones is being sued by her sister, who claims Kelly's been addicted to heroin for years.
How many times in these 20 or so years have you been to rehab?
Once.
Why only once?
Because that's when I was ready to get myself together.
Okay, so how do I know you're ready now?
Because I need the help.
You needed it for 20-something years.
I wasn't ready, Your Honor.
How do you know you're ready now?
Because I'm up in age and I'm just a burden on my family, on my mom.
There you go. Now you're sounding like you are ready. And so that's what we do here. You came to the right place. But what we don't do here is listen to any excuses, particularly me. I've known at least 500 heroin addicts. So you're not talking to somebody that don't know every single move you make and how you make it and what you do after you make it and someone accuses you of something you have done. That didn't work with her, and it definitely ain't gonna work with me. Talking about just because somebody else was in there over the years. You haven't taken anything out of anybody. I've never met any of those 500 heroin addicts that didn't steal from their family. Not one. Go ahead, ma'am.
Yes,
so,
sir.
Go ahead.
Not only to interrupt, she's steady talking about her 20s. What about all her 30s, all her 40s, which she did go to rehab. She stayed there. Once. She went, but she stayed clean for like 10 years.
Really?
Kelly was clean 10 years.
And what do you believe happened to trigger her relapse?
People. Well, I noticed, my parents, we all noticed she was going across the street. Why you keep going across the street? So we'll go over there, Kelly.
On to bake a cake.
Come on. Watch out, home. Things started changing. Everything just started changing, and I work nights. So I figured she's, parents getting old, I want to just help her out. Giving her money, I'm like, I need car fare for work. I need this. And so I'm kind of, they say I'm slow. So only thing
Who's they?
Everybody. But anyway,
You say America?
It's more than me.
I was in denial for so long. I didn't want to accept it, but I didn't have a choice. Kelly, I invited her. I moved her into my home. Under the understanding she's working. She's supposed to pay rent. She started off paying rent, then no more rent. So
when did you find out she relapsed?
I found out exactly back in 2017.
So why are you moving to your house?
She was.
She a heroin addict. You move
she
her
had
in.
got clean, sir.
Pardon me?
She had got clean.
In 2017, she was clean?
I thought she was, because she was clean for 10 years. After I saw her do that.
2017, you thought she was clean?
Yeah, somewhat.
Go ahead,
no,
ma'am.
2000.
What did happen at your house? I'm not doing this with you. This is your thing. Denial and all that.
No,
yeah.
but
she wasn't. Was she clean or not?
Yeah.
Nobody doing that with you.
No, she wasn't.
What's the lawsuit for, ma'am?
I had treated, after being so, taking care of her, giving her money and allowing her to live with me, I had treated myself to, a purse, and for my birthday. And I didn't carry it all the time, but anyway, come November, come Thanksgiving, I went to get the purse where I kept it at, and it wasn't there. And I asked her about it, and she said she hasn't seen it.
Okay, so I'm going to let her tell me those other people there. Go ahead, ma'am. What do you say? Pardon me?
She don't have no proof that I stole this purse, Your Honor, and I didn't steal a purse.
Okay.
I did not take the purse, and she have no proof that I stole her purse.
I heard you.
I have stolen things, but I have not stole her purse.
Go ahead and cry. Give her some tissue.
Right.
No, I'm not going to.
Give her some tissue.
Cry?
Ma'am, I know the game backwards and forwards. Go ahead, cry. See, you laughing now because I know the cry game from drug addicts. That's what you do. I've seen that 1,000 times because the drug addicts I know did it twice. So that's 500 times too. When Mama, I didn't take your stuff. I don't know why y'all accusing me all the time. That's what you was about to do to me until I cut you off, and then you start laughing because you knew I know the game.
Defendant Kelly Jones is being sued by her sister, who claims Kelly's been addicted to heroin for years.
Let's move along, ma'am. Do you have any idea who may have taken the purse?
No, because I wasn't the only one there at the time that the purse came up missing. She don't even know when the purse came up missing. The purse probably had been gone, but she wanted to put it on me because of what I do, because of my background, because of my addiction. But she don't have no proof. Ask her for proof.
Let me ask you. You said someone else was there.
Yes,
at the
I wasn't the only one there.
How do you know when company was at the same time it was missing?
That's what I'm saying. She don't
No,
even
I'm
know.
asking you. You're the one said it.
I have no idea.
You said other people were there.
Right.
That suggests that they were there when the purse was stolen.
Exactly.
Well, how do you know when the purse was stolen?
Right. She don't even know when it was stolen.
I'm asking you. How do you know? I told you about the dope fiend excuses. Put your head down. Yes, until you get some help, that's how I'm talking to you. They done coddled you. They ain't letting you get away with it, and that's why you're nearly dead. I'm not doing that. You come here on drugs, and you come give me these lies. One, I'm going to call you a dope fiend. and try to shame you into getting help and to using that help properly. So I'm sorry, the game didn't run out when it come to me. She done went for it, the rest of your family went for it, they've been for the cry game, all of that, because they don't know no difference, but I do. The emotional distress, how does she owe you for that, ma'am?
By me, like you said, let her live with me, thinking she's clean because she went to rehab and stayed clean 10 years. So I didn't know she had went back that like that. But anyway, I was crazy, stupid, or whatever you want to say for allowing her.
Did you go to therapy for what happened to you?
Actually, I go through EAP.
What's that? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's an assistant employee program on my job. I speak with them, counseling as far as dealing with the trauma and stress of
what?
Being in denial.
You want emotional distress because you've been in denial. It would only distress you if you accepted it.
Yes.
You didn't. $350 is your judgment based on the testimony, even though it doesn't appear to have any independent evidence. What she said, her answer, has convinced me that she stole it. $350 for you and rehab for you. Good luck. I hope you come back and tell us it was successful.
Thank you.
So I hope this second one works. Otherwise, I advise you to continue going. Many people I know have taken 3, 5, 7 times of rehab to get clean, but the good news is they were going. Bad news is you've only went once. I hope yours turns into good news. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
I just hope she take the judge's advice and get help, and so we can continue to be close, because I love her.
When it's all said and done, she's still my sister, and I'm going to get myself together.
Plaintiff Aaron Dorsey dated the defendant, and he was at the hospital when their son was born in 2009. However, Aaron says the defendant then claimed he wasn't the father, and he suspects the defendant's witness, her ex-boyfriend, may be the father. So he petitioned the court for a paternity test. He's suing for a bill and emotional distress. Defendant Kia Newell denies ever cheating on Aaron and claims while they were together, he was extremely violent. Kia claims he abused her nearly every day of their relationship, and she insists Aaron is the father of her son.
Tell me what happened.
Me and Kia started as neighbors. We then began dating like around 2005.
Okay.
Once we started dating, everything started going downhill. I had suspicions that she was cheating on me. She'll leave with no money, come home with money. She'll leave with a bag of clothes, come home with a change of clothes on. I then felt like...
Maybe she was a gambler. She went to the casino, won, then went to the store to buy some clothes to celebrate.
Yeah, but you know, clothes that you buy at the store come with receipts and with tags. None of that.
Maybe she bought them from a booster. She bought them hot. Go ahead.
We then had a son in 2009. I was at the hospital when he was born. I signed the birth certificate. I felt like he was my son at the time. Afterwards, I started to get texts, calls of her telling me that Rashad is not my child. This is why
you all lived together at some point?
We did.
When?
Around 2007, 2008.
Okay. What was that like, living with her?
I think I'd have been better in the park somewhere.
Why?
There was just so much going on. It was a
Give
lot
me
of
some
going
examples
on.
of what?
Like I say, the cheating. Men would come pick her up from home and take her away from home.
Defendant Kia Newell insists the plaintiff fathered her son, but the plaintiff has doubts. So both the plaintiff and Kia's boyfriend, who's in court today, took a paternity test.
You see the men pull up?
I see this with my own 2 eyes.
Before she leaves out and you see the car with the man?
No. She'll go around the corner instead of them picking her up in front of the house.
How would you see him if he's around the corner?
Oh, I'll follow her. I'll follow her.
Okay. So you did see him around the corner?
Correct.
All right. Did you ever say anything?
Yeah, I did.
Before they pull off?
No. I've confronted her. I felt like I didn't have anything to say to the man because
true.
That's not, that's
correct.
Not. So confronted her. I actually told her it's
What
either
did she tell you?
she loved me. It's either I told her it's either me or her her friends.
When did you all break up?
Quite some while ago. I want to say like 2008, 2009. I couldn't deal with it no more.
Give me a particular incident. Something happened.
Okay, her witness that's here today, I actually got into it with him. I've talked to him numerous of times. I asked him, could you know?
Where'd you know him from?
From her. He
was
is
one of the ones
guys
coming
that
to
come
pick
pick
her up.
Yes. He's one of the guys that come and picks her
So
up.
you said, can you stop picking my woman up?
Just like that. We had a conversation, a grown man conversation between one another. The conversation went into an agreement. After a while, it just wouldn't stop. So I felt like I had to leave.
Good. You sound like a very tolerant guy. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. Because many people would react violently. I'm glad you reacted in the way you did. Ma'am, those are some very serious allegations that while you all lived together, you repeatedly had men come to you all's place and pick you up, men that you were seeing.
No, me and Aaron had been separated. We separated after my son was born. Me and Aaron dated in like 2005. He was homeless, you know, he abusive, he's very abusive.
How was he abusive?
Aaron hit me in my back one day. He hit me in my back so hard I had to go to the hospital. My kidneys almost collapsed.
Why?
Because he's a violent person. He got a very bad temper.
You all had to have an argument. Hold on.
I don't know what happened.
You don't know what the argument?
We was just in the room one day, we was playing around, and I guess he got for real.
Playing around
me.
how?
Wrestling.
Okay.
And he punched me hard, and I had to be rushed to the hospital.
You all were together for 4 years.
Yes.
How often would he physically abuse you?
It was every day.
Every day?
Every day.
He would physically abuse
Every
you?
day.
Can you multiply 365 times 4?
1,460.
Out of the 1,460 times that he physically assaulted you, did you press charges against him one
yes,
time?
Yes, I did. I
and what
had
happened?
Aaron locked up.
Out of the 1,460 times, how many times was he found guilty?
I just dropped the case.
Judge.
Okay, you dropped the case?
Mm-hmm.
So you played with the court system. You see, I'm not letting you play with me. Wrong judge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, uh-huh. So, now let's get to the electric bill and the emotional distress you're suing her for.
The electric bill comes from ComEd. We stay with her mom. Me and her
With her
mom
mother?
never had an agreement
Mm-hmm.
on nothing. But it's in Maya's name.
All right, you have it? All right, it was in your name. And why are you suing her for it?
She sent me a text one day, 04/19/2012, which was this year. She said in the text that I would never be able to get a gas bill nor a cable bill in my name. Called me a dummy, such a fool, and everything.
All right, so you're saying she admitted doing it?
Yes,
Ma'am, what do you want to tell me about the light bill?
You can look at the light bill and see, you know, I wasn't probably nothing but 17, 18 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't a house owner or anything. My mother took him in, you feel me? And
No, I don't feel you.
okay, well, my mama took him in and he agreed. My mama said, Aaron, you got to do something because, you know, you're not doing anything. You can't live here rent free. She do everything she can do for me, him, and whoever else live with us. So Aaron said, okay, what you need me to do? She said, okay, you can either get a link card or you can get a bill put in your name. He chose to get the bill put in his name. Now, him and my mama had some type of agreement. I don't know, but.
Sir, that sounds more reasonable.
Your Honor.
That the agreement would be with the homeowner, not with her. How does the agreement come to be with her? She wasn't the homeowner.
Now, I talked to her mom. Her mom actually texted me and told me she never put anything in my name.
Defendant Kia Newell insists the plaintiff fathered her son, but the plaintiff has doubts. So both the plaintiff and Kia's boyfriend, who's in court today, took a paternity test.
So you never made the agreement with her mother, and you don't know how it came into your name.
I really don't.
She's saying, thanks to you, I got good cable. What does she mean by I got good cable?
I assume that she has something in my name now.
Gotcha. What did you mean by this, ma'am?
Aaron and his girlfriend had been playing on my phone, and he He has this belief that I don't have my own. He think that I'm some bum in the street. I say I got gas, light, cable, and all that, and in my name, and that's what that meant.
No, you degraded him about not having it and not being able to get any, and you said, boy, that was so easy. What is that about? Okay, well that implies that it was easy to steal his name and to use it. You say you don't know. I'm telling you what this implies, and that's what I believe. How does she owe you? How does she owe you for emotional distress?
While I was in Iowa, the whole time I'm in Iowa, she constantly calls me. She sends me pictures, like videos of her doing things to other people, pictures of other people.
Okay. Why'd you have to look at them?
I didn't know what they were.
Okay, but once you saw the first one, why'd you look at the second one?
I didn't know what it was.
Go ahead, Go ahead, sir.
I'm gonna say
emotional distress, sir. Other than her sending you pictures after you saw the first one, you continued to look. I don't know why you thought they would be different. What did you think the next one would be? A picture of her in church?
No, of my.
Go ahead, sir.
She usually.
What is your emotional distress?
I petitioned the court for a paternity test.
Okay. Why you said the child is his?
Yes.
All right, and that's your belief too?
No, his.
Okay, you believe it was his. All right, and you petitioned a paternity test?
Yes, sir.
We should have gotten you to take one. Did you take one?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
I
good.
did.
Excellent.
Yes,
you took one as well. Go on, get the test. Okay. We're going to see whose baby it is now. We're going to see whose baby. She said, yes, it's yours. And how long have you been dating the witness?
We not together.
Oh, okay. Have you ever dated him?
Yes, we have.
All right, when was that?
Or been around the corner?
2009.
He was in that car around the corner? Yeah. 09? Yeah. For how long?
Probably up to a year.
1 year. All right.
May I say something, Judge?
Yes, sir. Stand up. State your name.
My name is William Booker. And the only reason why I took this test was generally for him because he accused her of me and we were friends, and I know that that's not my baby, so I did this for his peace of mind, mainly, okay? That's it.
Well, she doesn't know whose the baby is. Zero chance is Mr. Booker's. Zero chance is Mr. Dorsey. Judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day, sir. Good luck to you.
Man, I'm sorry, man. Sorry about
that. I'm hurt.
What's going through your head right now?
I'm just glad it's all over with. I can move on with my life. I really appreciate y'all bringing me on this show.
We recently spoke with defendant Kia Newell, who told us that although she and plaintiff Aaron Dorsey never got back together, he did move in with Kia 3 months after their case was heard. However, Kia claims Aaron stole from her while living together, so he moved out and they haven't spoken in 2 years. We tried reaching Aaron, but were unable to do so. So Aaron, if you're watching, please give us a call.